Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jackie. Today we're talking about eczema. I just wanted to do a little sit down video where we talk about eczema. Talk about the things that I've learned having eczema my whole life, my whole journey, products that I've used in the past, products that have triggered my eczema, my holy grail products that I use for eczema now. What I do have is dermatitis. Eczema, dermatitis, same thing. I'll just be calling it eczema. There's different types of dermatitis. There's different types of skin infections that can come from dermatitis and eczema. I've dealt with a lot of them. I had eczema not only on my body, especially on my hands. I've always had for a very long time. I also suffered with having contact dermatitis on my eyelids as well. Super sensitive skin there. So I'll first start by talking about my eczema journey. I have had eczema my whole life. Eczema can be genetic. Mother has eczema, so she passed that down to me. This is what I heard from my dermatologist. She told me that it can come in and out of phases in your life just naturally, or also you can be triggered by something. It'll hang around for a couple of years, it'll leave, it'll come back later down the line. But this is something that I'm always gonna have to live with. It's not the worst thing, it's not the worst condition or disorder to have by any means, but it's definitely not fun. I've learned a lot. So like I said, I've always had eczema on my hands. I, for the most part, get it just on my hands, but I have had it pretty severely on my fingertips as well, which is really debilitating. Like, you can't even can't bend your fingers. Hopefully this isn't gross, but I have a flare-up going on right now here. Opening my hand as wide as possible kind of hurts. This morning when I was doing yoga poses, it hurts, and when I grab something it hurts. And this is very mild. I've had this everywhere all over, but cracked, bleeding, peeling, inflamed, itching, burning. Not fun. There have been times in my life where it's been much worse than now. Growing up, I used to have it on my body more, but I think that's because my mom and I were still learning. I used to have it on the insides of my elbows, on my armpits. I would get it on my arms, on my legs, on my inner thighs before. Not fun. This is true for a lot of people with dermatitis, I'm sure, but I can't have anything scented. No laundry detergents, no perfumes, no lotions. If a makeup product is fragrance, nothing with fragrance at all. Easily irritated by a lot. So probably the worst and the most debilitating that I had it was from 2019 to 2021 basically. I had contact dermatitis on my eyelids. It was really shocking the first time it happened. I swear to God, I woke up one morning and I had 8 creases on my eyelids, and it was flaky and patchy and scaly, burning, dry. It was so uncomfortable. I'd had this for 2 years. Not only was it uncomfortable and painful, but it was also really soul crushing. I felt really insecure when I had it. To start, I kind of got used to it and I started to manage it so it didn't look as bad or as severe as some days when it would. Not to mention that, like I said, it was from 2019 till 2021. This pandemic time, so guess what? Everyone's wearing masks. Guess what? All you can see is my eyeballs. I had a mask on. My eyes were crazy looking, and I felt so ugly. That's the one thing that you can zhuzh yourself up with. You can put on mascara, do eyelash extensions, and I couldn't do any of that. Hands thing, I'm still living with it. Sucks, painful, obviously, but it's mostly from washing my hands and just anything I get into contact with, honestly. I learn every day a new allergy, I swear to God. I know that it's hand soaps, any soap, any detergent. Washing dishes, I have to wear gloves because nothing like dish soap will tear apart your skin, I swear. That stuff is radioactive. I want everyone to take the words and my advice with a grain of salt. I have spoken with a dermatologist before. You should look to professionals. I'm just here to share advice because I didn't have insurance. A lot of us go to the internet to find help, resources, advice. So I don't blame you for being here. I wanted to now talk about triggers, things that have triggered me in the past, for my hands, for my eyeballs, for my body. Everybody's skin is different, so to each their own. And like I've mentioned previously, things like dish soap, laundry detergent, soaps, hand soap, those are all super triggering for me. I mean, even some of the body washes I use can be super triggering for me. That's why I've had to switch to certain things. And I'll go into what helped me in a second. Another thing that weirdly triggered me, CeraVe face wash and face moisturizer. Those I came to find that they were burning my eyelids. And during that time, that post-pandemic time, I was really switching up my skincare, learning a lot about skincare via TikTok. Being someone with sensitive skin and also acne-prone skin, I went that route. Was something new in my routine that I was trying. I think that might have been one of the things that was triggering me. But there's a lot of things. Another thing that triggered me was unfortunately makeup, but more specifically during that time, mascara was a trigger, my lash extensions were a trigger, lash glue was a trigger, and also one thing specifically was the James Charles Morphe like color palette, painted palette, whatever. That triggered me like crazy. I actually did a little test where I put a little bit of eyeshadow and the next day it flared up like crazy. So that could have been the one thing, but I think it was multiple things. Also Halloween face paint makeup. I mean, I should have known better, right? As somebody with sensitive skin, what am I doing? But I don't know, I wanted to play. I just wanted to play. So now I'll go into some of the products that have helped me a lot. One of the products I don't have here, unfortunately, and I really wish I did just so we could have a visual representation, but I'll put up pictures and whatever. But goat's milk soap has been so revolutionary for me. You have no idea. I have struggled with soaps and detergents all my life, and I used to work in the food industry for like 10 years. I was washing my hands vigorously, nonstop, 100 times a day. I'm not even joking. Always washing my hands. And the soap they provide for you there in a restaurant isn't going to be thinking about me and my sensitive skin. I wish I would have found out about goat's milk soap. Goat's milk soap, it's hard to say that. I wish I would have found out about that sooner. Honestly, that has changed everything for me. Using it for my hands is game changing. Not only does it irritate my dermatitis, but it also, I feel like it heals me. It's very moisturizing. Use that to wash my hands, and I'll use that to wash my body, but I also do have some body washes that I found that don't irritate my skin. That's the first product, and I couldn't recommend it enough. Honestly, if you have not tried goat's milk soap yet, please do. Please do. I just got mine online on Amazon, but I bet you could go to like a health store and you could find some there. Everybody that has ever suffered or struggled with eczema would attest to Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion. This is amazing. I think everybody could agree. And it's cheap too. It looks very unassuming, but it's fragrance free. It's made with oatmeal. Nothing's gonna help more than prescribed ointments and creams, obviously, but this stuff has helped me a lot in my life. Secondly, very unexpected, EOS moisturizer hand cream body lotion. You would not believe just how moisturizing this stuff is. I originally bought it just because of the scent. Everyone was talking about how amazing this vanilla cashmere lotion was, and I was like, okay, like I want something that smells vanilla and delicious. I want to try it out even though I have eczema. Like, okay, whatever, like let me try it out. It's amazing how moisturizing this is. Thirdly, this O'Keeffe's Working Hands cream, this man hands cream, this stuff is amazing as well. It really does genuinely help. I'm pretty sure I bought this at Home Depot. I think you could get it more places now. This is meant for working man hands. You know what? I have working hands, actually. Working in the service industry, those are working hands, and this helps a lot. It's unscented. It says relieves extremely dry, cracked hands, guaranteed relief, and I think it really does work. These three, I think, do the best. I don't know if I would say I have a favorite. Maybe this one, just because it is scented and I never get to have scented stuff that works for me. And this one here, I don't know. It's always worked for me. This one is much thicker, more greasy maybe, but not debilitatingly so. This one, however, is very rich, very creamy, but some people really enjoy it and think it's worth it if you're okay with that thick, greasy feeling. Ultra rich and moisturizing. This Trader Joe's Ultra hand cream. It's really cute packaging, so I love it for that reason. But yeah, I've been keeping this one in my purse. It's made with coconut oil. Pretty natural and friendly, this one. For my eyelid situation, before I had gotten the prescribed ointments and creams, the Roche Posay Cicaplast, this had helped me a lot actually. Just to lock in moisture as much as I possibly could. It obviously didn't cure the problem, but it got me pretty darn close. This stuff can be pretty expensive. A lot of people actually use this for skincare reasons. If you have the money for it, it's a more luxurious item, but of course, an eczema girl's holy grail, Aquaphor. Aquaphor is everything. We love her down. She is so important, not just only for eczema people. I think everybody can agree that Aquaphor is a essential. As a skin protectant, as a barrier to lock everything in, this is really crucial. This helped a lot too during that dermatitis eyelid scandal. Also, on your hands, after you put on your lotion, put on a layer of Aquaphor when you're sleeping at night. This is a little spray version, which I will spray on my body like during summer and stuff like that before I go out, after I put on sunscreen. I do enjoy the chapstick version, not only for chapstick, but also so that I can just roll it up and put it wherever I need in any dry spots. But yeah, that's pretty much all the information I have for you and all the products I have for you. I've learned a lot over my life and I've narrowed it down to these products. And some of these products I've been using for years, so I can really attest to them working and being non-irritating. If you made it to the end of the video, thank you so much for watching. all my eczema girlies out there. I hope that you can get it figured out. I hope that this video was helpful, and let me know if you have any more questions for me. You can put down questions below. On TikTok, I do post videos about eczema and about products that have worked for me, and I have a couple videos on there if you'd like to watch that. TikTok name. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a good rest of your day.